Hello, everyone, and welcome to FTB Sports. This is your Manchester United versus AC Milan fans reaction show. And gentlemen, welcome Omondi, welcome Mr. B, Kahunde, welcome. What can we say? We were written off, and we were told that AC Milan is going to batter us. But guess what, guys? Pogba was back, made a difference. So, guys, let's start with Kahunde. We spoke yesterday when Bits and Bobs was on, obviously, and we were talking about position-wise of Pogba and what areas Pogba can play and what Pogba can't play. Now, as what I think you and Omondi alluded on, obviously, with intelligent player can play anywhere on the pitch. Anyone who got an ounce of football brain can play on the pitch, anywhere on the pitch. And listen, I'm going to say, I used to play as a striker. And, you know, my best position, even though I was a striker, was probably left back. Not in the changing room, though. Not in the changing room. So, guys, let's start off with the team sheet. And we were almost spot on with the team sheet from last night, then, weren't we? So let's start with Mr. B with this one.
You know my thoughts already. It won't change. Although he had a good game today. I thought he had a very, very good game today.
Who we want to hear the name?
No, I refuse to do it. I refuse to do it. But he had a good game today. He wasted a lot of his passes as usual, but he had a good game today. I can't knock him. I'm not gonna sit here and knock him. He had a good game. I was very, very happy. I was surprised. Going back to the question, sorry, I was drifting off. Yeah, when I saw the team sheet, I was vexed. I'll be honest, I was vexed because Pogba wasn't starting.
Yeah.
The fact that Rashford started and had to come off, I think is mismanagement by the club and by Ollie and the medical staff.
100%.
I don't think Rashford should have played today, but the sub that came on. V sub. So yeah, I was vexed when I said team sheet vexed, result happy. So in between, but yeah. So I'll pass that on to somebody else now.
Yeah, Kahunde. I think you literally. I think you two guys got it spot on about yesterday for today's game, really. So let's start with Kahunde then.
Yeah, I was just saying yesterday about Pogba could be effective from a wide position. You know, if he does play, I thought he might start from that position. What's Pogba's best position? That was Mr. B. What's Pogba's best position?
Mr. B and having it. Mr. B and having it.
Why would you put him on the wing? Well, that's why. There's your answer. 1-0. Then about game management. You know, the brothers were trying to kick some wisdom yesterday. No one wanted to know, but you know,
very, very like you guys almost like predicted it really about the obviously game management. Like the Pogba can play wide, he can play tuck-in. Again, like obviously, I know Pogba, and this will go on to Omondi now. Pogba, for as much as we're trying to say Pogba is more of a central play, he can play centrally. But because when he was at Juventus, he played sort of either on the right or the left, and he drifted in. But the problem with Pogba is he had all those quality players around him, so it allowed him to. But today, with his performance, playing that position, and he's played there as well. He played that a few seasons ago under Jose Mourinho, and he scored some nice goals, like especially 2 goals against Man City in that position as well, on the wide. So he can play there. So Omondi, take it away.
Well, I just want to. I'm not going to gloat or anything like that, but no, I'm not. We talk football on this show. Okay, this is what I say. We spoke about it yesterday. We said if Pogba's coming back from fitness, and they said maybe not put in the middle. It just so happened that he had to go on the left, which is his favourite position. We were talking about being on the right, for example, instead of James. Although James played all right today, but we want ball retention. We say we want ball retention. We want to be able to keep the ball in their half and not concede possession and all this kind of thing against AC Milan. What Pogba did, remember Pogba scored a goal against Fulham the other day with his left foot coming in from the right-hand side. Same thing applies. So what we were saying yesterday, just to repeat, you can go back and watch the show, he will get the ball. We're saying, well, who's going to give him the ball? He'll come and get the ball. He comes deep. We almost play as a 4-5-1 because they're intelligent enough to go back to a 4-5-1. We weren't playing 4-2-3-1 at certain points. As soon as Pogba came on, Bruno was stretching him. Greenwood was doing donkey work, and it looked like a 4-5-1 in a flat four across the middle. Bruno with Pogba on the left. So this is intelligent play, and just to prove it's not Ollie making the magic. I heard Shah in the group text say, "Fantastic tactical genius by Ollie," and I'm thinking, "Oh my god, Shah, come on, bruv. It's nothing to do with that. It's to do with Pogba. He's the one pulling strings on the pitch. Bruno's the one pulling strings on the pitch. As for example, when Pogba went on a run, a bit tired, said to Greenwood, "Stay on the left, cover me." And he stayed in the middle, and they stuck with it. Now, if that was like any other player or manager with conviction, they'd be on the bench saying, "What the hell are you doing? Get back in that same position."
Yeah.
But these guys are dictating the play. It's nothing to do with Ollie. What we saw in the first half and the second half is like night and day. Quality players on the pitch who can keep the ball, and we were popping it about in their half comfortable. And when, just for example, let me show you how great Pogba is. Kessie and Cisse, the two brothers in midfield.
Yeah.
Strong like ox. Bouncing man. Move from me. Move from me. As soon as Pogba comes on, get off me. Get off me. You know what I mean? Couldn't come near him. Strength. Thing. How to shield the ball. All that kind of thing. Yeah. Amazing. To the point that Kessie was like, struggling to keep up with him. Yeah. This is a world-class player, and we need him in the side. So no matter where you put him, he's intelligent enough, organised enough. Greenwood's cover me, but he's doing all that. Nothing to do with Ollie, nothing to do with tactics from Ollie. They sort it out themselves. So good players on the pitch perform today. So let's not get delusional and confused about what's really going on here. And a message to Bits and Bobs, because Mr. B's here, so he can take it. But Bits and Bobs, next time you come and test my tactical knowledge, right, and deny me and interrupt me, now I would told you so. I told you so. Come back, bring him back on the show. Yeah, if you want wisdom, come and see us.
Henderson today. We're not going to go through all the team sheet, obviously, because we're going to be here all day. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's start off with Henderson. Henderson. One thing again, and De Gea and Henderson. I'm going to put them in the same bracket here. We're going to try and just spend like 2 minutes. About 2 minutes, no problem, 1.5, 2 minutes each on each of them if we pass it, So let's start off with the goalkeeper. Now, there's a few things with their goalkeeper, what I noticed, and I was thinking, our goalkeeper can actually do it. And it's like punching. You see, when they come out and they come to get the ball, if you can't get the ball, his fist is going through, and the ball is almost touching halfway line, the clearance. But let's just say Henderson again had a good game. So let's start off with Kounde.
Yeah, I think he did have a good game. Again, when he's called upon, he did what he needed to do. There was a save that he made in the first half, which I really liked. I think you mentioned it, Solo, about him hitting the ball away from danger. And that's exactly what he did in the first half. There was a save where he just got it away from danger. And that's what I like. And then, obviously, the save from Zlatan's header when Zlatan was over shore. Good reaction save, It's one of those saves there you expect him to make that save, but last week he didn't make that reaction save. So
he flopped it.
Yeah, it was coming straight at him. Good reaction save. That's what he was supposed to do. There was another time when, because I watched the Milan keeper Donnarumma, he's supposed to be the next Buffon, the good prospect or whatever. He was doing good things like coming off his line, and there's one time he was nearly wide, in the wide position, and he was reading the game well. And I think Henderson did it as well. I think when Zlatan was through, I think it was called for offside, but Henderson was off his line. He headed it, and he was sharp, very sharp in what he was doing today when he was called upon. So great, give him 8. Very happy.
Yeah. Okay. Mr. B.
I like Henderson. I got a lot of time for Henderson. At the moment, Man United are blessed to have both keepers. Ollie is going to have to make a decision in the summer because I don't think he's going to be able to keep both of them happy. But Henderson, he made an error in the last game, fair enough. But goalies make errors. When outfield players make errors, they make a pass and miss up. If things happen, they can't always be perfect. But I would like him to continue in goal until the end of the season. I said that at the time. De Gea's had his run.
Yeah.
Let him have his run. I mean, it was a big game today. We talk about maybe him not being mentally strong enough. He's mentally strong enough to play for Manchester United. without a shadow of a doubt, he's mentally strong enough to play for Man United. He did exactly what I expected him to do today. I don't expect Henderson to let us down at all. So yeah, very, very pleased with Henderson in goal today.
Yeah. What do you give him today?
I'd give him a 7.
And let's go to on Monday. We got a few comments. We've got to read them out after I go to you on Monday because one of them's made me laugh.
We're keeping it short. We're keeping it short. 7 for Henderson. Fantastic. Just repeating what the two brothers said below me. Perfect. That's all I can say.
Yeah. I'm going to sit there and say today, perfect performance. I'm going to give him an 8. So I'm going to go with Kohunde as well on that. Perfect performance. Quick one on Monday. You want to hit these 3 comments up? Because
Hi, Breezy. Breezy Page says, what do you want to prioritise this year, the league or the Europa? I think the Europa.
Because the league.
Because we're up there in the league. Yeah. We got second place. We focus on the league. But Europa, we're in the competition. We can win this now. After AC Milan and getting through this, I'm like even tonight, I'm swell up. I'm saying, yeah, we can win it.
Yeah.
But it's not
I'm going to say the same.
It's just, yeah. So I'm
going to say Europa. And then let's go Breeze again.
He says he's Breezy against his I rate Henderson, good goalkeeper.
Breezy, thank you for joining us. Haven't seen you on here before, so thank you and welcome to the family.
Breezy.
Big up.
Hope you enjoyed the game. Crick Tip Crimson says Man United are bottle jobs. Based on what?
Based on what? No idea. If you could give us something. Based on what? He's going to probably be a Spurs fan or something like that.
It's probably bits and bobs.
Nah, bits and bobs a United fan. So guys, let's start off with we'll go left back and right back, and then we'll go to centre, and we just hit the thing up there and then. So let's start off with the left back and right back. So let's start off with Kohunde, please.
Let's go Shaw and Wan-Bissaka. Just solid performances. I thought Wan-Bissaka, there was some times in the game today where he got forward. I think he got one crossing or whatever. So there was good patterns of play, better patterns of play. Both pretty solid. Apart from Shaw, Zlatan beating Shaw for the header, which is to be expected. I thought they had solid performances. So I'll give them a 7.
Yeah. And let's go to Omondi.
Yeah. I just want to say Shaw wasn't man of the match as you guys usually pick today, but he still played well, brought the ball down well, composed, didn't get beat for, when man could, they even want to. They wouldn't even want to try to test him, And as for Wan-Bissaka, I'm really raving about him today. Fantastic.
Yeah.
8.
8.
No, sorry, 9 for Wan-Bissaka, 7 for sure. There's no things in the game you have to watch. Wan-Bissaka was fantastic.
Yeah. Let's go to Mr. B now.
I'd give both of them a 7.5. Wan-Bissaka, his levels now, anything below what he produces, you go out before the game starts, you expect him to make tackles, and with Shaw, you expect him to bomb up the line. I'm loving that now. Wan-Bissaka actually got forward and he tried. He doesn't have the skill and he doesn't have the ability, but what he did, he tried to go forward today. He gave the option. And when he was in the position to cross, he crossed it. That's all we asked. That's what we've been asking him to do. Get forward, deliver a cross. They weren't wasted like Daniel James's. His crosses were better than his delivery today was better than Daniel James's. So yeah, I'd give them both. Yeah, both 7.5.
Okay. So quick one. I can see these quickly. So AC Milan was a better the team. Breezy, we're going to do the man of the match afterwards, so stay tuned, and then we are going to talk about who we would like to face next afterwards, Breezy, as well, yeah? So that's Breezy asking the questions. So for me, for Luke Shaw and for Shoninho and Wan-Bissaka, I thought they had an outstanding game today. I thought Wan-Bissaka, like you said, went forward. Luke Shaw, still today, it upset me and it winds me up because he got a few crosses in like the first half, but there was no one in the box at all for those. And it really frustrated me because we've been talking about Wan-Bissaka about going forward, getting that crossing and stuff, but who are they crossing it to? No one. So, at the time when Luke Shaw crossed the ball in the first half, it's almost like you had Mason Greenwood and Rashford both standing outside the box. And the cross is coming in, there's no one. Wan-Bissaka tried to cross the ball in a couple of times. There's no one in the box. So for me, outstanding performance again. I'm going to give them a 7, 8. Let's give them both 7.5. Both 7.5. I'm going to go with Mr. B. Let's give him 7.5. But you guys are going to be surprised with my man in the match today, though. Surprise. let's go to the two centre backs then. Maguire and let's start off with the defensive coach, should I say? Yeah.
Right. A lot of people say, "Oh, Bailey," and Maguire and Lindelof and all that. Big game today. Top quality team. Tactically had to be on point. Switched on at all times. Fantastic. Okay. Maguire, 10 out of 10 performance. 10 out of 10. Yes. Lindelof, 9 out of 10. This is something. Did they threaten us? No. Did they get in behind us? No. Did they press us towards the end of the game or put us under pressure? No. Did they do it the last game? No. Not until we changed the formation and everything else. When are we going to start waking up and realising Harry Maguire is probably one of the best players in Europe? I'm telling you, the Italian papers today will be raving about him because they rave about their centre-back. The guys come through the ranks for them.
Yeah.
They rave about him like he's some sort of baller. But it's like night and day between the two of them. Harry Maguire is fantastic.
Yeah.
10 for Harry Maguire. Remember that?
10 and 9. So he's going to be your man in the match. Mr. V, because he can't give 11. Mr. V?
I was impressed with both of them today. And on Monday, I'm starting to believe, bruv.
Thank you.
I'm starting to believe.
Thank you. You see what he's doing? You see what Harry's doing?
I watched the game. I watched certain aspects of the game now, and I think, okay, fair enough. I've never been a defensive-minded coach. You know, I like my teams to go forward and attack. So,
yeah,
I've been impressed. But what I will say, I will switch it. I think Lindelof was better than Maguire today. He made two defensive blocks, one in the first half and one at the end of the second half. And I think that's what tipped it for me. So my man of the match, if we're giving it early or whatever, is I'm not going to tell you until afterwards. But they both. I'm giving Lindelof 9.5, and I'm going to give Maguire 9. But Lindelof today I thought he was mustard today.
And then I got to eat some words now. For all the time, sort of I criticize Lindelof. Probably I criticize Lindelof more than I criticize Maguire in some aspect because I always think he's a bit frail. Team try to bully him all the time. But I'm going to sit there today and I'm going to say Maguire was outstanding today. I think last week didn't I give him man in the match in a game?
Yeah, you did.
Jesus, my head must be hurting me. So he performed really, really well today. Very solid performance. My worry was because if he get booked today, him or Lindelof, they both missed the next game. Yeah. And they controlled that back line today. Controlled it. Mm. They knew what was at stake because at a certain time when I was thinking in the first half, when they were coming down, I was thinking, don't let them in, just take them down, just take the yellow card. And all I was thinking in my head was, you remember Roy Keane when he took that yellow card and he missed the final? That's all I was thinking. Just take it. Take the card, miss the first game, and you'll be all right for the second game. But both players was fantastic today. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to give Lindelof a 9 and I'm going to give Maguire 8.5. Outstanding. So let's go to the...
Hold on, yeah.
Go ahead, Dave.
So I think Maguire was outstanding today. Unbelievable. Like, I think the last month we've been watching him and I think he's really kind of just growing into his position and it's like he's playing with such good experience. I know Mr. B mentioned about Lindelof making a block and I think he did a good sliding tackle in the first half, but Maguire, you have Paolo Maldini watching today. Maguire doesn't even have to make a tackle. His positioning is so good. It's so good that he doesn't even have to do that now. He's controlling the game. So it's got to a point where now I don't even mind because he's playing so well. I don't even mind if it's Lindelof or Bailly plays with him. Because if you notice, we're not conceding that many goals. Yeah. With 2 legs against Milan, they scored 1 last-minute header. But it's like we're not conceding goals. We don't look really under threat. We've got so many clean sheets, this season. I think Maguire is the leader. If we lose him, like Bailly and Lindelof have been having really good games, but they've got no leadership about them. So if we lose Maguire, Maguire's our most important player. So Maguire, I'm going to give him a 10. I'll give Lindelof like an 8.5. I thought Lindelof was good, but Maguire is just on another level at the moment. And That's one Paolo Maldini quote. He was watching the game. One of his famous quotes. He says, "When I've had to make a tackle, I know that I've made a mistake." So it's all about positioning. It's positioning. That's the main thing, and he was just unbelievable.
Yeah, fantastic.
Can I say something? Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
You and your brother, you both play football, yeah?
Yeah.
Centre backs.
Yeah.
Ask who's the leader.
I am. Omondi could play anywhere in the central, the centre back, centre midfield, up front. But I'm just centre back or left back emergency.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's the voice? Who's the leader?
I know it's going to be you, man. Look at the size of your mouth, bro. I know it's you.
So before we move on to the next part, would you mind hitting some of these comments out, please?
Yo, Breezy, who do you want in the next round? That's a question
we're going to ask. We're going to do that afterwards.
Later. Breezy again. Breezy Page, keep them coming. Thank you. Would you swap De Gea for Henderson in the summer? I think Mr. B answered that.
It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
Breezy again. Who would you want to sign in the summer? Be realistic. We're Man United.
If it was just one, Sancho.
Really quickly off the quick
Sancho,
fire.
just for the creativity. That's all.
Quick fire.
I'm going to say a striker. Haaland.
Yeah. I'll say Sancho. I'll say Sancho. I'll take Sancho. Position that we don't know.
Yeah.
I'll take Haaland.
I'll say Haaland. Breezy, do you think you overpaid for Maguire?
Not now.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Actually, Rio Ferdinand's got his own show now, hasn't he? Like a podcast or something he does. And I know he has to talk and make controversial things, but if you look recently, he said something about Maguire, sort of in a dissing him, saying he's got no pace, and it's a worry or something like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think he's saying that because he's a bit worried he won't be remembered. I actually think that Maguire's that good. Honestly, I think he's trying to put some shade on Rio. Also on Maguire.
Are you serious?
No,
Rio should know better than that. To say something.
He doesn't have pace.
Doesn't matter.
He's still fantastic.
He's good, but I will always remember Rio.
Did John Terry have pace?
Exactly.
But
probably more.
Maguire can't lick Rio's boots, bro. I know
that.
It will never
It's a bit of a shade comment. It's a bit of a shade comment.
It is, but you got to remember, like I said, he's doing for controversial
you know what? Like
views.
Maguire, when 2018 World Cup, he really made his mark. Everyone started talking about him then. Rio 2002 World Cup, that was his time.
Fantastic.
Let's see from here what he does in this tournament. Let's see.
Yeah. So let's go to my two best friends now, Fred and Scotty. Let's start with Mr. B, because we know Mr. B's got something to say here.
I'll have to eat my words. We won the game. I'm never going to be happy with them two playing midfield. So it's just what it's going to be. You answer me that question every week. Every week's going to be the same answer. I'm not happy when they start. We won the game. Fred was good today. I would admit it. Fred was pretty good today.
You notice how he's struggling to get the words out.
He said his name. At least he said his name this time.
And that's why the rest of the words stopped. You know? No, he was good today. The central midfield pairing did okay today. I don't have any problem with that. But what I would like us to not forget is how bad we were in the first half.
Yes.
Well done. Well said.
Yeah. You know, we're giving these players their marks on the second half performance. Well, no, maybe not the defenders, because they played.
Defenders was outstanding throughout the whole game.
Midfielders wise, you can only score them from the second half because they didn't do nothing in the first half.
Yeah. And then what are you giving them?
Come on, give us some. I'm gonna give them.
Come on, give them more than a 7. I can read your mind. You want to give them a 7? Give them more than a 7.
You know me so well. All right, look, we were 7.5 for both of them. 7.5 for both of them.
That's better. I can read his mind. He was thinking 7. Yeah,
it was coming. You know, it was 7.
Yeah, Fred and Big Fred, that I like to call them. Just nothing surprised me. I thought they would do a good dogged performance, and that's what they did. I'll give them both a 7. Fred today, actually, Mr. B saying he had a good game. I think Robbie Savage was saying he had a good game, but I thought he could have done a lot better. Some of the passes that he's given away. No. Hold on. I'm not saying like I like Fred because I know what he gives, but hold on, sorry. I like Fred, yeah. He's a good player when he does the simple things well. But today there was times where he's just giving the ball away and things like that. It frustrated me. But I've got to say the contribution for the goal, that was all him, all his hustling.
Yeah.
You know, that was all him. And it's little things like that Fred, where he can make a difference. And I think, like I said, this tenacity that them two bring together as a combination, it's hard to deal with. And we don't ever really look under threat. We don't look like we're going to lose the game when Tommy and Fred play. But obviously they lack the creativity. But again, we're not losing games and they're doing a job. It's job done.
Yeah. And on Monday?
Yeah, we have to keep it short. I'm keeping it short. You didn't give the scores?
Seven. I said 7, both of them.
You said, okay, all right, yeah. I'm keeping it short. I think I'm not going to go over the top with this, but I have to repeat what Mr. B said. He said something quite vital, you know. You got to do what's on the tin, what you're supposed to do. You got to go out there and do your job, disciplined job. Say you're going to go out there. You ain't no frills. Just do your job. You're not technically good enough. Like Mr. B said, something really, really vital was about talking about the first half. First half, I was really upset because they couldn't keep the ball. They couldn't get out the feet. Fred struggling, and these guys who they're up against were stronger, battling them on them. And these guys in AC Milan, they're on you. No time to turn, no time to think. This is why Pogba looked fantastic because it was like his vision, eyes back of the head, that kind of thing. You knew it was coming. But they tried their best, you know. And I'm going to give them both a 6 today because I'm not going to rave about them because that's what you're supposed to do. You know, no frills, just do your job and be disciplined. Maybe because they knew in the arena and everything else, they suddenly done their job. So 6 and 6.
Okay. For me, I'm going to sit there today and I'm going to give them about a 7.5. That's what I'm going to give them, 7.5. I thought, like I said, the goal was from Fred. His hard work, his tenacity to get to win the ball and sort of like his game today. I think of most of the games we played this season, I'm always backing him anyway, but I think today he was different. He did lose the ball a couple of times. The first half felt a bit flat. Yeah, but at the same time, I think both of them, they did okay. They did well. Like you said, they've done their job. But if we're going to give them ratings and we're going to give people 8.5, 9s and stuff like that, it's almost like they were part of that team. So for me, I'm going to give them both sort of a 7.5. Sorry, Mr. B, I'm going to go with you. So would you mind hitting these comments? And then we're going to then look at the forward line. We're going to look at Daniel James, Bruno and Rashford, even though Rashford didn't play long.
We've read that one. Breezy again says, I remember Man U of old who controlled every game, but the game has always wanted was Arsenal. Sorry, I remember
the game they always wanted was Arsenal.
I don't understand that.
I think he might be an Arsenal fan. I don't know who. Breezy, who do you support?
Are you saying here, would you clear out in the summer? Who would you clear out?
Who would you clear out though? That's the thing.
Phil Jones, quick one.
Mata.
Phil Jones, Matt is going. Who else, guys?
Matic.
James.
I'll keep Matic.
James.
You know what? I wouldn't let James go.
And
unless
Fred.
unless we get the other and who?
Fred.
Nah. We've got to get our targets, identify our targets first, and then
do it. Yeah, good call. Well done.
How would you rate McTominay this season? Yeah, progression.
I'll give him about 7.5 out of 10 for the season so far.
Most improved player of the year.
I'm going to say
season thing, you know.
Scott, because Luke Shaw. I'd say Luke Shaw, but Luke Shaw is quality anyway every year. What do you feel needs you require to challenge for the league again? Okay, we need about 3 players. We need, as much as we said about the defense today, I'll still say we need a defender because our defense, apart from Maguire, is always injured. Lindelof and obviously Bailly, and I think we need a right winger and we need a striker. And
just to add to that, remember what Virgil van Dijk, they were heavily dependent on him. Maguire doesn't miss games, and he went out. They were suddenly had injury-prone players like we do, and they struggled. So maybe take some note from that.
Yeah, Breezy Page is an Arsenal fan.
Well done,
Welcome. We respect that.
Yeah.
So let's go now to Daniel James, Bruno, and Rashford. We'll just hit all three of them together. Let's start with Kohunde, please.
Dan James, again, really frustrating at times, but I think the second half he picked it up a bit. And I think when we scored the goal, I think because Milan were having to chase a goal, he was causing them problems with his running. And I think that's what he does. The good thing, he always keeps going. And then he was obviously annoying them, and he was drawing fouls and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. Drawing fouls. And he actually did one good cross today to Pogba's head. Like I said on the last show, I can't really recall this guy doing a good cross, but he managed to pull out a good cross. We had a good little pattern of play. Can't remember who did the through ball. James ran onto it and he did a cross. So I was like, okay, second half was much better.
Yeah.
But I'll give him about 6.5.
You're cruel.
Rashford, I'll give it 6 because I think he's coming back from injury. He's obviously not fit. That's why he went off at half time. He gave what he could. And then Bruno, I'll give him 7. I thought he was a bit quiet at times, but he still does the right things every game. He's trying to always do the right things. So I'll give him 7s. And he's always our outlet. Everyone wants to pass to him to make something happen.
Yeah. And okay, Omondi will be back on enemies. Let's go to Mr. B now, please. I know the Flash is going to get some bad score.
You know what? Kohunde said it in it. He had one good cross, but I'm not being funny, man. He had about 9 chances, and it took him till the 86th minute to put a good cross in.
But it's improvement. It's better than we used to watch it. Like before he doesn't do any cross. So yeah.
For me, it's a 6. I'm just not feeling it. Greenwood, I'd give him a 6.5. I don't think he needs a goal. He needs something to give him that lift. He just seems not low. I wouldn't say it's low on confidence. Yeah. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure what I think that a goal would give him that little bit of zest, And Rashford's injured, and I said it at the beginning of the show that I think he's being mismanaged by Ollie.
Yeah.
If you're injured, don't play. Bring him on the plane, start him on the bench, keep him on the bench if you need him. But for him to come off at half time, Rashford doesn't come off. Yeah, he bleeds Man United, so there must have been an issue. So I'd give him. You can't give him less than a 5, but you can't give him more than a 6. I'll give him a 6.
Okay, and Bruno.
I actually think Bruno wasn't very good today until Pogba came on. I know that was probably everybody, but I think Bruno needs a player on his level to thrive. Right now, I think he probably feels that he's carrying a lot of players. When Pogba comes on, he knows he gives the ball to Pogba. He's got another player on his ilk in the team.
Yeah.
So I think once they got their passing going, he looks like he improved. I'd give him a. See, is it harsh? Would it be harsh to give him a? He can't get more than a 7. And I'm really, really siding on a 6.5, but I'm not sure if that's harsh. But that might be down to the levels that he's produced. 7. I'm going to give him a 7. Yeah, I'm going to give him a 7.
So, Omondi, we're talking about Daniel James, Bruno Fernandes, and Rashford scoring. I know Mr. B's touched on, obviously, gave Greenwood as well. Would you score these guys on today's performance?
Okay, can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
All right, you can see me. Yeah, I just had a power cut. Can you believe that?
Oh no,
that's what you call not paying your bill. Yeah, don't worry.
Oh man, don't. I'm fuming, bro, fuming. So yeah, so we're talking about the front 4. Bruno first half gave away a few passes, but I like it because it's progressive kind of passing, trying to make things happen. So I'm not too fussed about that. And he's always trying hard. He's always trying to play for the cause. Who we got? Greenwood. I thought he was getting munched He needs to develop some sort of strength, and I thought he lacks elite pace, something that could give him the edge. When he was a youth, he used to be able to run, fly past players. At this sort of level, he needs to bring something different to his game because he's not really doing much as in being as a threat, and to the point where Pogba's shuffled him out to the left midfield to say, look, let me go do this, man. You know, Pogba's came on and doing bits. Daniel James, head down, running, doing his own, doing what he does. I think with Daniel James, it's like these days in football, it's like the fullback. He got one-on-one with him a few times, and the fullback's thinking, I'm used to people cutting inside. But he's like, right, I'm going to touch, and go down the wing. And it takes a lot of getting used to. It's like, oh my God, it's like the old days, yeah. People were like, come, bring it on, I'm ready for this. But it's a bit of a surprise for these sort of Milan defenders. Their left back, the French guy. So I thought he got about 6. Bruno was about 7. Greenwood was about 6. And who's the other guy? Rashford. In first half, you can see he was struggling. I'll give him about 5. Not 5 or so, sorry, 6.
Yeah.
He wasn't really doing it, to be honest.
He gets the same score as Daniel James and played less time.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just want to quickly say about Greenwood. I agree with Omondi that we're in that position. You've got to, because he doesn't have blistering pace, so he can't really play as that striker position for his height. So he hasn't got the physicality or the pace to play in that position. So I still think he's better off on the right. So that's why he's getting munched today. But he still tries to do good things. So I'll give him about a 6.5.
Okay.
Can you see me?
No, we can't see you. You've gone off screen.
Oh, okay.
So for me, I would say starting off with Daniel James, I think the first half, when it was, 2-on-1, and he should have squared the ball, he tried to take on Thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tried to take him on, and basically it just reminded me of last week's game in the reverse fixture. So for me, he run like head, but like what we said, the game improved on the second half. But at the same time, I'm gonna probably I'll give him about 6.5. I wouldn't give him any more than 6.5. Bruno Fernandes, I think Omondi, he seems fed up, like he's carrying the team on his shoulder, and he needs a rest as well, desperately, because we got to think it's him, Rashford, and Maguire who hasn't missed a game this season. They're playing consistently for United. He needs a rest. He's burnt out. That's what I think anyway. So again, big game coming up on we won't discuss today, coming up on Sunday. I think we should rest him for that game, but at the same time, I don't think Ole will. He picks himself, to be honest with you.
We've got Van der Beek back as well.
Yeah, Van der Beek's there as well. But we know what's going to happen with Van der Beek. Then you got Rashford. Rashford looks injured. He was injured. There was rumours last week when he limped off. He wasn't 100% fit, but for some reason, they wrapped him up in sort of cotton bud, thinking, yep, he's going to get full 90 minutes. He needs a rest desperately. And for that reason, I'm going to give him a 6. Then we got Greenwood. I just think Greenwood needs a goal desperately. He desperately needs that goal for that confidence to bring it back. And like we said, he was getting munched in sort of like by the defenders and things like that. But I think that will make him a bit more solid, for next season. So yeah, I'll probably give him about 7. So the last player we're going to talk about is Dogba. The Pogs is back. The only substitution was made. So let's start. Omondi, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So let's start with Pogba. What's you giving him? So we'll just run about a minute on Pogba.
For the way he only played 45 minutes, but I thought he deserves a 10. Just shows you what class is all about. He comes on the pitch, changed the whole game, changed the whole dynamic of the game. And like we were saying yesterday about his positional sense, it's world class. This is what you mean. You can be the greatest athlete of all time, but you need to know the game, and he knows the game. Bruno knows the game. Cavani knows the game. Matic knows the game. Harry Maguire knows the game. They know what to do. So they don't need this manager to be telling them what to do or anything like that. Pogba played out wide. He's done it against Italy before. I said this yesterday. I said, this is a perfect game to play him in that position. And they would say, no, he's centre midfield, or no, he can't do no. It's a perfect game. Because no disrespect to anybody. I'm just saying, it's the perfect to do it against this team today. And it was a fantastic performance. Strong, like ox, Is the one-touch passing off, like balls pinging into him, just tap it around the corner, man on his back, just tap it around the corner to a man, link play, easy.
Yep, and let's go for Kahunde now.
Yeah, I said the same thing about Pogba yesterday. Obviously, like I thought it'd be effective.
Oh, come on, not you too, man. Yes, you got it right.
Well, it has to be highlighted. I knew he'll be effective from that wide position. When he came on, gave the team a big lift, and he made such a difference. With his touch, technique. No one could get near him. That's what I'm saying. They was a bit afraid to go near him. He's got that range of passing. He can pop it off. Really, really good performance. I'll give him a 9, and he only played 45 minutes. So yeah,
Mr. B.
I'm absolutely delighted. I think for one sub to be made, and for us to play how we played in the second half, I would give my man of the match to Paul Pogba. Definitely the goal, the way he took his goal, he cut the guy, he gave him the eyes. If you look, man, Donnarumma thought he was going the other side, bro. Look at the goal again. Yeah, he gave him the eyes to go the other side, and he's just. It's levels that these players have, and he's a 60% is better than more than three quarters of our team.
Yeah,
So.
Yeah, and sorry, can I just say quickly? He's one of those guys. I think when he's gone, we're going to realise because we don't appreciate him when he is in the team. Sometimes everyone criticises him. They criticise him. And they're like,
"You sound like you're in a dark. Somebody's got an echo."
They criticize Pogba like when he's playing, and they say they expect more from him. But you see how much we miss him when he's gone. The quality that he brings, we see the quality that we've been missing the whole time that he's been gone. So he needs more appreciation when he's playing because he's quality. When he's gone, we miss him.
Yeah. So let's start with me. And I'm always saying it as well. Pogba is playing with dead players at United, and people are criticizing him. And I think a lot of people will go to the newspaper, listen to what the newspaper is going to talk about, and rather than looking at him as a performer, as a player, and the level he plays at, they're criticizing him and saying, "Oh well, his agent said this, his agent says that, so it must be true." No, whilst he's playing for Man United, you back him, you support him, because he's a World Cup winner, he's world class, and it's proven once again to all those Man United fans out there who hates Paul Pogba and want him at the club, that's what he does. That's Paul Pogba and what he brings. So for me, again, 90 minutes played, I'm giving Pogba a 10. I'm sorry for the 45 minutes he played, because we've been missing this, guys. And what fans got to realise as well, we've been shocking since he's not been there. We've been terrible since he's not been there. All of a sudden, he's back. Pogba is back again. Yes, he's ready to rip some team up now. Ready to rip some team up. So for me, my man in the match. Let's start talk with who's gonna. So let's go with Mr. B. Who's your man in the match?
Paul Pogba.
Kahune?
I have to give it to Maguire, but Pogba's a close second.
Okay, and Omondi?
Harry Maguire.
Do you know what the weirdest thing is? Yeah, I was gonna give man in the match to, when I was watching the game up until about the 80th minute, I was going to give man in the match to Lindelof. That's who I was going to give man in the match to.
I think it's that because he played better than normal.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, that's it. That's what I saw.
He's better because he played better. But there's levels. He's got to stick to that level now.
Yeah. So can you see the thing? And we're going to then find out.
Yeah.
We're just going to go around the table and then find out who do we want to play in the next round.
Okay, we got the Czech side.
Oh no, sorry. Would you mind hitting these comments up? We've got Breezy.
Okay, so Breezy against the James has pace.
Yeah.
Breezy Bruno has been amazing for you this season. Yeah,
100%.
I'm on FTB Arsenal stream, new channel. Good, support them, guys.
We'll support you.
Breezy, who do you want to finish? Who do you want in the final?
Oh, Breezy. I think I know who Breezy is. He's on the He's on our thing. He's on our show. He's new.
Big up, Breezy.
Welcome, Breezy.
Yeah, I don't mind who we get in the next round or the final. Don't care. Bring it
Breezy
on.
says, do you think Van der Beek maybe has been a waste of a transfer? I say no.
I said no. There's plans for him, and I'm going to
I'll
stick
tell
by
you who
that.
I want in the next round, though.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Mulder.
And Mulder through. Oh yeah.
That'd be interesting for Ollie.
Yeah.
Ollie would like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold
I
on, Mulder.
want
Who did Mulder play? Didn't they play Granada?
Yeah, they won 2-1.
No, Granada
Yeah.
through.
Granada through.
Oh, Granada through.
Yeah,
Granada
well,
through.
Mulder
I'll take
through
them
as
then.
well.
Listen,
Maybe Mulder
so
through.
when they lose into Mulder, bruv, I would take them. I want
Yeah.
them. I wouldn't be funny. We're in the quarterfinal now. I want the easiest passage. The
Oh, here we
easiest
go.
passage through.
8 coming back. They want.
Huh?
Don't want Arsenal.
Oh, we
I
want
don't
Arsenal.
I don't mind taking. Let's go through the list then. Obviously, we know Rangers are out, so let's start off with Kahuna. Who do you like in the next round?
Don't mind, honestly, because it's at that stage now of the competition. It's probably better. We beat a really good team.
Mm.
You know,
We did tonight.
so we got to keep we should try and keep this momentum going. If we play a weak team, we're just going to be, we're going to drop off a bit and then have them play a hard game again. We'll keep the momentum going. I don't mind who it is. Bring on the best team. Don't mind.
Okay. Mr. B.
I want somebody shit. I don't know who's in, but I want I don't want Zion. I don't want the team that beat Tottenham.
Agree. Yeah.
The team that beat Rangers.
Check.
I love them.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll take them. Granada.
Yep.
I will take them.
Struggling in
you know
the
what?
Spanish league.
The only team I don't want to play is Arsenal because I want to break their heart. I want to break their hearts in the final.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That's
anybody
the only team
apart
I
from
want.
Arsenal. Yeah. Anybody apart from Arsenal.
I don't want it to be a British tie because it means it will be fixed though, so it's a British tie. Don't worry about that. We know that already.
What, the next? You think they're fixing for the next round?
Of course, it will be fixed. British, and then you got 3 Spanish teams that's in it.
Yeah.
You'll have 3 Spanish team that's left in it still.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be fixed. It always will be. Believe you me. And let's go with Omondi.
Yeah, I agree with Mr. B totally. I'd take anybody, but I'd rather take Arsenal in the final. It'd be fantastic. Imagine the group, how our page and our group would be kicking off. So yeah, rather get them in the final. The canners and all that can get slapped up. You know?
Sorry, Breezy. I know you're part of the crew in there now.
Shah says get them early and watch the Arsenal preview show afterwards. And then
they won't do one.
We invite them on. That was a good game. It was a good game.
Yeah, it was a good game. So for me, I'm going to sit there. And when I looked at the fixture, I thought to myself, Granada, that's who I'll take in the next round. I'll take Granada.
I love them.
Whoever.
I'll take them.
Whoever.
I'll take them. But like what Kahune said, and it's a great point as well, we can't decide and choose who we're picking. If they're going to fix it, they're going to fix it. And that's it. But guess what, guys? We're through.
Yes!
We're through. Oh, bad.
Unlike...
Sorry, can we just give a rating for Ollie tonight?
What?
No.
Based on what?
We just give manager rating. All right,
moving forward, I think that's something we're going to do. Yeah, I think that's what we should do. What I will say though, I know for a fact, on Monday, you're not giving Ollie more than 0 in any game.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez.
Shaw is giving him a 9.
At half time, that voice note, man, he was rinsing Ollie.
Okay, I'll start first. I'll give Ollie a 2.
Ollie made the right change at half
Only
time.
one change.
It was probably forced to make it because Rashford was injured. But he must have listened to our show yesterday about putting Pogba wide. I'm going to give him credit for that.
We give him credit for that. I'll give him a 4. I'll give him a 4 now. I'll give him a 4. I'll boost it up to a 4. I'll only give him a 4.
Clean sheet. I'll give him 9. Clean sheet and everything.
Okay, we give him a 5 for clean sheet.
A 9. He made the right changes. We weren't really under threat. Controlled the. I thought after especially is how he reacted at halftime. everything changed.
No,
So
I was watching Pogba. I was watching Pogba giving instruction on football pitch. That's what I was doing. I weren't looking at. I was looking at this.
How do you know that wasn't Ollie? Ollie must have said to him, go out there.
All that
I'll
instruction.
tell you why it wasn't Ollie.
Programming
We
from
can
the
hear
night
every
before.
single word it said on that thing. And we don't hear Ollie squeaking. I hear squeaky little voice,
Yeah,
like a little puppet.
yeah, we can hear everything on the sideline, and Ole.
You probably told them to work harder. That's what they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on, hold on. Go out there, lads. Otherwise, next week you're gonna be peeling the orange. You're gonna be peeling the orange, lads. So go out there and play. Otherwise, you're peeling oranges.
Everyone's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Sorry to swear, but that's how they do. That's actually Jesse was amazing in the first game. Who's Jesse?
Jesse
Jesse.
or James? James, he must be talking about.
No, Kessie.
Kessie.
Yeah,
Kessie. Kessie was in, but he was all right in this game as well. He weren't too bad as well.
He's a
First
baller.
half, he was
On
decent.
the ball. He wants the ball in tight spaces.
Yeah.
He can deal with it.
Young squad as well, very young squad. AC Milan. Future is bright.
Yeah, but guess what? They're out.
Yeah.
We're in. We're rubbing our hands.
Just to go back to Ollie. Sorry, just to go back to Ollie. Officially, we shouldn't be rating management. What do we know he's done? We're based it on what? What we see.
You've got to base it on the results.
He hasn't
You've got to base it on the result and our status where we at. You can't just put it down to the players.
Can I just finish my point, please? Is that okay? Without people drowning me out. Is that okay?
Go on.
Okay.
Yeah, go on.
You sure?
Yeah.
Do I have your permission?
I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
Okay. Sit back, because you get you too tense. You want to jump in. Sit back, relax. Right. So basically, what it is, we can't. He was forced into the change today. We don't know. Pogba probably said to him, "Put me out there instead." Because what other option did he have? He had to put in that position. It was forced into that.
Ahmad's.
Yeah, exactly. But Pogba's the leader in the change room. Said, "Nah, put me out there. I want some of this."
All right, this is what I don't like. On Monday.
Wait, let him finish.
No, because this is like slander. Listen.
I'm talking.
You are not in the dressing room. Stop trying to.
Excuse me.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I'll come back.
I asked the guy to sit back. He's coming up to the screen.
Go on. Kohune can jump in a minute. Go on.
All right. If Ollie can't win Europa and fails to win the Champions League, how would you rate this season?
Crap. Don't give him a new contract. Rip it up.
We are going to be in the top four, and we'll
be in the top four, yeah. But if we don't win nothing, like I was listening to Sky Sports today, as much as they're giving this new contract, basically, if we don't win a trophy and we don't finish in second, it's not a good season like everyone thinking. Yeah. Sorry. So go on a Monday episode then, because I need to go on to Kohunde.
Could you ask Kohunde to sit back in his chair, please?
He's sitting back. He's
ready to fight. He's ready to fight, and he's interrupting.
Yeah,
right. Sorry, go ahead.
So, like I'm saying, I think he was forced into the decision today for Pogba to come on. So people say, "Oh, tactical genius! Look what he's done at half time." I mean, really, he went in there and said, "Oh, come on, lads, try and do better," And then Pogba was dictating on the pitch. Bruno was dictating on the pitch. For example, what we gave earlier about Greenwood swapping position and about Pogba filling in and they're going to a flat five in the midfield. This kind of thing. It wasn't. I don't think that comes from Ollie. And the reason you're going to say, I know you're going to jump in and say, well, how do you know you're not there? All this kind of thing. That's what we always say. But I'm saying today we can actually hear. I have BT Sports on my thing here. I'm listening to every single word. Maguire, Henderson. I can hear these guys. Pogba. I hear him. I don't hear anyone on the sidelines. And so that's why I can say that, and just by experience, look at the last game, he nearly messed it up for us. So let's not say it's a masterclass or the Knights in Milan or, save that for Barcelona 99. That's the only thing he's ever done as a player. We're not talking as a manager, still trash.
Okay, Kohunde, you're going to have the final say. You're going to have the final say, Kohunde.
Just by saying managers are judged on results. Ollie got the result tonight. It was another clean sheet, right? He can't play for the players. He can't make them go out and play and perform like that, how they did in the second half, right? Let's focus on what we know because, again, we're not in the dressing room. You make assumptions about Ollie, what he's saying and all that, but we're not in the dressing room. We don't know. He could be a master tactician. We have no idea. We don't know. Unless you've got like Gary Neville's number. Have you got Gary Neville's number? Is Gary Neville texting you?
Yeah, Gary probably would.
All the insides things what's going on in the business.
He doesn't believe in what he's saying.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Focus what we do know, yeah. I'm not in the dressing room. I'm not gonna judge Ollie. I'm just gonna judge him on his results. I'm not gonna say anything more than that. And he's doing well.
I'm gonna finish it off and then you can quickly answer me this question. if any manager, if we were in the same position we're in right now, with like we haven't won a game for God knows how many time, and we couldn't break down the other teams and stuff like that. If it was not Ole was in charge of Manchester United, do you think the fans, some fan base, would be on that manager's back to get sacked out of the job? Because I think this whole Man United with Ole in, everyone who's Ole in, it's a tribal thing. It's to do with, because he's a legend at the club. Oh, we shouldn't tarnish him because he's a legend. Like Steven Gerrard said in his interview the other day, let Steven Gerrard be the legend of Liverpool. He doesn't want to be the manager of Liverpool, because then you ruin that. Because the minute he gets sacked from Man United, that's the legend status gone.
A la Frank Lampard.
Right, shall I answer that? Okay.
Yeah, answer it, and then we're going to wrap it up.
Right, I
don't
like to deal with hypotheticals or if this is all that. I judge people on what they do. Right, Oli took us from, when Mourinho was sacked, we were 10th. He took us from 10th to 5th in that half season. Then the next season to 3rd. Now we're 2nd in the league in his second full season. Right, and we're in Europa League finals of the Europa League and the FA Cup. Right, that's what I'm judging it on. It's nothing to do. I'm judging on the progress. That's all. Right, it's nothing to do with Oli being a former player, whatever. It's to do with his recruitment and the progress that we've made. That's it.
Yeah.
Just two things, right? I can judge it on when Bruno came in the side last January. We went on a run, took over Leicester and Tottenham, got into the top 3. I can judge it on Pogba coming on tonight and making a world of difference, which we all agree on. I can judge it on last week when we were winning 1-0 and Oli did do something. He decided to change tack to go back to the thing. That's all I'm saying. So let's
okay. Who bought Bruno? Whose idea was it to buy Bruno?
I'm not going to say it's Ole. I'm not going to say anything to Ole.
Hold on.
Do you know about the structure of football clubs?
Hold on.
Do you know about the structure of football clubs?
Hold on. I've just seen Tottenham get knocked out, winning 2-0 to losing 3-0, right? Tonight.
What's it got to do with you just asked? You just asked, do you know if Oli makes a transfer signing? I'm saying,
that wasn't my question.
What did you say? You said something about who makes.
I said, whose idea was it to sign Bruno?
All right, and I'm about to answer. Do you know the structure of a football club?
Do I know the structure of the football club?
Repeat what I'm saying.
You know the dressing room. You know what's going on in the dressing room. Guys. You know what's going on in the dressing room.
I'm going to stop it there now.
He's been in. Bruno, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, I'm going to stop it there. I want to know if Mr. B has anything to add to it, because he's been sitting there for the last 10 minutes quiet. Anything to add, Mr. B? And we're going to answer some questions.
No, I've been listening to you two talk beer farts. Yeah, Oli, I would ask you a question. Dan James, what's Dan James's best side? Left or right?
Left.
But Pogba played on the left. Oli told, I'm telling you on Monday, Oli might actually text me and said he told Pogba to play on the left.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
right.
Anyone watching this knows. Everyone who's watching the show knows what the deal is. It's a wrap.
On Monday, you want to hit these last comments, and then we're gonna.
Yeah, Breezy's been like #1 fan today. Big up, Breezy. He says the season's so unpredictable.
100%.
Shah says Oli ain't going nowhere, lads.
No.
And Breezy says, look at Liverpool. Yeah. Let's all laugh at Liverpool, actually. Shah says it's not just Oli, it's individual players' attitudes not being switched on, but the manager's there to ensure that people are switched on. It's switched on 100% from Breezy, talking about me.
And history. Yeah,
history.
So, guys, listen, absolutely fantastic. I'm happy we're through. I'm not going to get no banter or anything. Guys, the club's through to the semi-final now.
Quarters.
So all we got to do, guys, we just got to celebrate it. Celebrate what's happening right now. Fingers crossed, we get to the final and we get Arsenal in the final. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah,
and make it a British final.
And make the show go up with our war with Arsenal.
And Breezy, you'll be part of it as well. Don't worry, we'll bring you in. So, guys, it's been fantastic as always. Please share, like, subscribe. if you like the contents, 500 members, and then what we'll do is we'll give you a free shirt with your name on number on it once we hit 500 subscribers. And remember, guys, if you haven't seen the Spurs show tonight, please watch it. The Arsenal guys are on as well, and we will be back tomorrow for the preview show for Leicester. Because Spurs, they did a Spursy again. But guys, we're a United show, so we're not worried about Spurs. Right. But all I'll say, guys, have a lovely evening.
Wait, we see Shane on Monday to lick him up. I can't wait for this now.
Miss Sam for Life will be here with us on Monday night to do the Studs Up show, so we'll be discussing that as well. So, guys, have a lovely evening and good night.